Welcome to Screw the Commute, the entrepreneurial podcast dedicated to getting you out of the car and into the money. With your host, lifelong entrepreneur and multimillionaire, Tom Antion.
Hey everybody, it's Tom here with episode 732 of Screw the Commute podcast. Now yesterday I was researching how to make the old bricks around this low wall that's surrounding my pool. I want to make them look new again. So if you want to make some easy money using the same concept that I discovered, I'll tell you about that in a minute. Now, hope you didn't miss episode 731. On that episode, I encourage you to take just a half an hour to check out your website and see the things you could be doing and you shouldn't, and I had a checklist for you. So check that one out. And then also in episode 730 was how to build an ebook empire. And anytime you want to get to a back episode, you go to screwthecommute.com/ and then the episode number, how to build an ebook empire was 730. Take a half hour was episode 731. And today is 732. All right, make sure you follow me on TikTok at Digital Multimillionaire. And also make sure you, there's this week, there's a free masterclass by a 20-year colleague of mine that always puts out great stuff and just wonderful. And you can, it's given 3 times this week, and it's screwthecommute.com/free masterclass. Screwthecommute.com/free masterclass. Sign up for it right away. You got 3 chances this week to watch it for free. All right, let's see. So the brick wall surrounding my pool was starting to look a little bit rough. Mortar was missing from some of the joints, and in a couple of places, I mean, you could just pick the bricks up from the top of the wall and throw them at somebody if you wanted to. There was no mortar around them at all. In other places, sloppy repairs and a thing called effervescence made the surface of the really beautiful red bricks look white. It was just terrible. And it still is a somewhat of a mess, even though the stuff I learned is going to fix it. So we started fixing it this past weekend, and wow, what a difference. I mean, the parts we fixed are solid. We matched the mortar color, and after a little practice, kept the face of the bricks a beautiful red as they're supposed to be, so I don't have to put acid on them to clean them, and just beautiful. But prior to fixing the wall, I researched out on YouTube on mixing and applying the mortar and cleaning the white stuff off the face of the bricks and what tools to use to keep from making a giant mess and breathing all that nasty stuff when you grind out the old mortar joints, all that stuff. So I gathered all the tools and the mortar and the water and the tarps and the shop vac and the buckets and every other little thing needed to do the job. And we hit it hard for a weekend and surprised the heck out of myself on how good it looked. Well, that's a lot of work to do that brick stuff. But what I'm going to talk to you about today, not so much. You got to be asking yourself, Tom, who cares about your brick wall? Right? Well, I don't know. I guess if I ever decide to sell this retreat center, the new owner will pay more because everything looks nice. I don't know. But as I was researching all the things necessary to fix the old wall and make it look new again, I got to thinking about the many times I took an old product and revamped it to make it new again. All right, back to the wall example. Well, it was infinitely easier to fix the wall than to build it in the first place. And it's the same with your products. I'm sure you spent more time creating them in the first place than you would by bringing them up to current standards, especially if they're digital. Now, you can easily update an ebook or digital course and then update the copyright and put it back out again. If the course is relatively new, no need to update the copyright, but your customers will appreciate your diligence, and the update can include advertisement for other things you have. In other words, you get a free contact with your customers to buy something else while showing them that you give added value to your products. You'll never hear a complaint about that. Now, if your product's been out a while you have to remember that some customers drop off and new people learn about you in your email list and your social media. And even without updates, the product is new to them. All these new people, see? And the people that kind of drop off from you, forget about you, well, then they get a renewed interest in you because you contacted them again to give them an update. Now, another thing would be to offer a digital update to a physical product. Just like updating an ebook, it'll come as a surprise to your physical product buyers that you would take the time to give them extra value. And again, you have an advertising opportunity. Now, I realize some products don't necessarily need to be updated. At least that's what you think. We call these evergreen products. Even if you have such a product, you could still use this method to relay experiences and stories that are related to the product since it was originally put out. For instance, if you have an inspirational product about your tough upbringing and how you learned to survive and overcome obstacles, you could update the buyers on other things you've overcome, and also you should have gotten feedback from others who used what they learned in your product to overcome their troubles. And then you do an update about that. Heck, I even thought, that I had an evergreen book on public speaking, my Wake 'em Up business presentations. But it has stuff about overhead projectors in it, which I don't think are too in vogue in recent years. Now, my internet stuff needs updated all the time. That's why I've gone pretty much exclusively digital. It's way easier to fix a sentence or two or add or subtract an entire section in a digital product than to create the product from scratch. And again, I must emphasize that new people are exposed to you all the time that never heard of the old product. To them, it's new, and to you, it's increased revenue from things you may have forgotten about as you make new stuff all the time. And I'm just saying the new stuff is great, and I encourage you to keep moving forward, but don't forget about the spectacular things you've created in the past and how they can keep generating revenue with little or no work. All right, so that's my message. We got more brickwork to do today. We have lots of bricks in this house. Oh, there's probably 100,000 bricks in this whole place. So I might be busy for a while fixing them up. But anyway, I'm going to keep concentrating, and I'll even go back because I've got so darn many products over the years. I'm going to follow my own advice and pick a few out, update them, and put them back out to all you new folks out there that weren't around when I first created them. Okay, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Make sure you sign up for that masterclass, screwthecommute.com/free masterclass, and it's given 3 times this week, and you don't want to miss it. This lady always puts out fantastic stuff so that you'll be able to critique your website and see what's good about it, what's bad about it, and so forth. So check it out at screwthecommute.com/free masterclass, and I will catch you on the next episode. See you later.